I'm Kelsey Roberts, and I'm making these videos because I believe that America will be in better financial shape when more American households are in better financial shape. Of the people, by the people, for the people. I believe a lot of people who aren't in good financial shape just don't know how to thrive financially. For whatever reason, they just probably haven't learned yet. Right? And I believe that if you're working hard for your money, that you deserve your money and you deserve to make as much as you can. And I also believe that this information should be free and easily accessible. And I don't think it is right now in this country, and I'm trying to make it as much as I can be. So in the last video, we talked about how to calculate your taxable income for the year by looking at your base pay and going through the tables and figuring out how much you're going to make. And then we got left with these two errors, alright, because this month Snuffy got promoted, or this month Snuffy hit his 3-year mark. This month Snuffy got promoted, so these two months are actually going to be prorated. It's going to be somewhere between 3-year pay and 2-year pay, and this month is going to be somewhere between E4 pay and E3 pay, and I'm going to show you how to calculate that. So basically what you need to know for prorate is this rate is how much you're going to make for the entire month at this condition, 3 years. Alright, but if I'm not at 3 years for the entire month, let's say I'm only in 3 years for 15 days of the month, I need to know how many days am I going to make this rate, how many days am I going to make this rate. Then we're going to add those two things together, and that's how much you're going to make for the month of June. Alright, so first thing we're going to put is the two conditions. So I have 2 years, right? 2 years. That's not a 2. Go away. 2 years. And 3 years. Okay, and the month that we're going to do this in is June. Let's put that there. Okay, so the 2-year rate is pretty easy, 1919. And then the 3-year rate is 2035. Alright, the other piece of information we need to know is how many days I'm going to make this rate and how many days I'm going to make this rate. So let's say that Snuffy hits his 3-year mark on the 15th. For the sake of simplicity, halfway through the month, 15. How many days are there in June? There's 30. So he gets promoted on the 15th, which means that he's at 2 years from the 1st to the 14th, 1 through 4. That's 14 days. Alright, there's 30 days in the month, so the 15th through the 30th is going to be 16 days. 14 plus 16 is 30. Good. Alright. So now we need to figure out how much each of these days is worth, alright, at this rate and at this rate. So what we need to find out is this is pay for 30 days. Now the funny thing is, if this was August, which has 31 days, the pay would be the same. So instead of getting paid $1,919 for 30 days, you'd be getting paid $1,919 for 31 days. I don't make the rules. That's just how it works. This is June, so we're going to do it with 30 days. So we need to figure out how much $1,919 of pay is for 30 days. We're going to divide. We're going to use a formula to do this, so hold on to your butts. Alright, we're going to divide 1,919 by 30. So equals, this number equals the sum, open parentheses to start the formula, equals 1,919 divided by 30 days, and we close the parentheses to end the formula. Okay, don't freak out. That's a lot of decimal places. You learn how to round up, I hope, but if not, we're just going to round this up to $63.97. So these 14 days are worth $63.97 a piece, and I'll leave it this way just so you show you it's okay. Don't freak out about it. I'll show you how to make this smaller. So we do the same thing over here. Alright, how much are these days, how much are these 30 days worth at this rate? So we'll say this number equals the sum of 2,035 divided by 30 days in the month. Close parentheses, finish the formula, and these days are worth about $4 a piece more. Now, we only worked 14 days at this rate and 16 days at this rate. So, this new number equals the sum, $63 days times 14 days. And this number equals the sum of $67 days times 16 days. Finish the formula, hit enter. So the 14 days at the 2-year rate are worth $895.53. The 16 days at the 3-year rate are worth $1,085.33. So the prorate again, a formula equals the sum, open the parentheses, begin the formula, this number plus that number. And I'm just doing that for consistency. Alright, you want to see something? I'll make it simple. Equals that plus that. Alright, it works the same way for simple formulas like that. I just don't like to get in the habit of it, because if you do that in a complex formula, it'll really mess you up. So, but there is an easier way. So this is your prorate pay for June. For 30 days in June, 14 days at the 2-year rate, 16 days at the 3-year rate, your prorate pay is $1,980.87, which is between 1919 and 2035. Okay, so for this, when he hits his 3 years, we're going to be $1,980.87. Okay, now the reason we put this in here with formulas is, with the formulas in there, you can replace these numbers, these base numbers, with anything you want. However many days, the number of days in June, and this is going to be, it's going to automatically calculate it. That's what I love about Excel. So when he gets promoted to E4, we'll just change this. So instead of the 2-year rate, this is the E3. This is the E3 rate, and this is the E4 rate. Instead of June, this is November. Alright, there's still 30 days in November, and we don't even need this number, we're just using it for a reference. There's still 30 days in November. Alright, but let's say, to make it a little more complicated, he gets promoted on November 22nd. So he makes E4 on November 22nd. So the 1st through the 21st, which is 21 days. And then the 22nd through the 30th, which is 9 days. And remember, we left the formulas in, it automatically calculated. We just need to make sure that, we actually need to make sure that the pay is right. I forgot to do that. So the E3 rate is 2035. The E4 rate is 2216. There we go. Should have worked from the top. I apologize for that, but this number is right. Between 2035 and 2216 is $2,089.30. $2,089.30. And this is exactly how much he'll make. No estimation needed. Now this is not figuring in bonuses, not figuring in the other extra stuff. No BAH, no BAS. That's not taxable. Those are allowances. This is how much he's going to make, taxable income, calculated base pay, in 2014. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.